around Dodge City and in the territory on west, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with the U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The transcribed story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Well, we're inside of Dodge anyway, Chester. There's Ellen Henry's homestead.
Wonder how she'd take to serving up a breakfast, Mr. Dillon. I'm plumb hungry.
I'll settle for watering the horses. I don't imagine Ellen has any extra food.
No, sir. It's gone pretty hard for her since Ethan died, hasn't it?
That's the talk.
Look at her place. 3 lean-tos and not a green thing growing. I don't know how she makes out.
Well, maybe Luther helps more than the folks give him credit for.
For a son, he's not much good to my way of thinking. I don't know when he turns a hand for his mother between stops at the Texas Trail and the Long Branch.
At least not much like his father was. Or Ellen either, for that matter. It's a mite early. Nobody's stirring. Oh. We better just water our horses and ride on, Chester.
Yes, sir. Quiet like, isn't it?
Hey,
where'd it come from, Mr. Dillon?
From the house, I think.
Luther?
I don't know.
You're trespassing. Get off my land.
It's Marshal Dillon, Ellen. We just stopped to water our horses.
I recognize you. The trespassing still goes, Marshal.
You're awful quick to fire, Ellen.
Ethan and me never took to folks arriving unannounced. I still don't take to it.
Well, that's no cause to be firing on us that way, Miss Henry, especially since you recognized it.
Quit whimpering. If I'd aimed to hit you, I'd have hit you.
All right, Ellen.
Get off my land and stay off.
Just don't you get in any trouble with that rifle, Ellen.
I expect you'll hear about it if I do, Marshal. Now get. I don't always aim high.
Come on, Chester.
How old did you say she is, Mr. Dillon?
She can't be over 40, I guess. If that.
She looks like an old woman. 60 or more.
She's dried up. Dead inside.
Remember when Ethan and her and the boy came out here, Mr. Dillon, right after the war? She was an awful pretty little thing.
Mm-hmm.
Luther was a little more than a baby then. No, Mr. Dillon, I was just thinking. Ethan was so proud of his homestead and his boy and Ellen. Now he's 5 years dead, the boy's gone bad. His wife and his homestead, they've just dried up. It's kind of sad, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. Well, come on, Chester, let's get on into Dodge.
Morning, Marshal.
Morning,
Chester.
Mitch.
Oh, Mitch?
Well, what'll it be?
Set up a bottle of rye, will you?
Yes, sir, Marshal Dillon.
Look, there's Luther over there at the table, alone.
Yeah, I saw him. Thanks, Mitch. Wait here, Chester.
Yes, sir. Mitch, could I have a little sugar in there, please?
Mind if I don't get to my feet, Marshal? I got the feeling if I tried to stand up straight, I'd fall over first thing I knew.
Sit still, Luther.
I just don't have a lot of choice about it, Marshal.
I was out by your place this morning, Luther. I hadn't seen your mother in a long time.
Wish I could say the same.
A woman shouldn't have to run a homestead alone. Not when her son's big enough to be a real help.
Is this a lecture, Marshal? A do-good talk?
Put your own name on it, Luther. I can't make you feel what you don't feel. But in a way, you're responsible for your mother and what she does.
I'm real lucky, Marshal. I can quit listening any time I don't want to hear something. Between the old lady and people like you, I quit listening an awful lot.
Get it straight, Luther. I don't care what happens to you.
I done something wrong? You accusing me of something unlawful, Marshal?
No. But if you have any feeling left for your mother or what happens to her, you'll do something about her. Living out there alone so much, she's gone a little crazy.
She shot at you. Is that all's concerning you, Marshal? Half the time I do go home, she levels off at me. I got a ride in under fire. Or crawling on my belly. She's crazy, like you said. I swear, she's crazy.
Then you ought to bring her into town. Get a keeper for her.
Maybe I would. If I cared what happened to her. I don't care. I don't care at all.
Well, that's up to you, Luther.
Now, that's just another one of them things I didn't hear you say, Marshal.
Luther's just plain drunk, isn't he, sir?
That and just plain no good.
Well, whatever you said drove him right out of here, Mr. Dillon.
Mm-hmm. Well, we haven't been in the office since early yesterday, Chester.
All right, sir. Only
what?
Well, sir, Mitch has got a catalog in the back room, and he's not busy, and he says it's just full of things you can order straight from St. Louis. I thought well...
You got extra money, have you, Chester?
Oh, no, sir. Well, that is not really extra money, Mr. Dillon. It's just that... Well, Mitch swears you can get underwear from this catalog that don't rub your skin raw, and I'd like to take a look at it.
All right, Chester, I'll wait.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh, Marshal. Oh, hello, Cass. Now, what's on your mind?
Talk I heard, Marshal. It's private, like maybe we go to your office.
We can do our talking here.
I thought you was always of a mind to get me inside there, Marshal, where you could turn the key on me.
Maybe I will someday, Cass. Now, come on, speak up.
Yeah, I heard talk at Luther Henry rode cattle off Carnes' place last night. Saw you talking with him just now. Wondered if you'd heard the same.
Haven't heard a thing, Cass.
Odd you wouldn't know.
I was out at Dodge last night, all night.
I wonder if it's so. Luther didn't give himself away when you talked just now.
You're the one who's heard the talk, Cass.
I got my rights. I can ask questions of you, Marshal. If a man's herd ain't safe, he's got a right to know.
Are you worried for Carnes or for you?
If Carnes' cattle can be rode off, mine can.
No? I didn't know you had much of a herd.
What a man has is his own business, Marshal. I'm asking about Luther and the other rider. They say there was two.
If Luther's wrong with the law, I'll get him. Is there anything else on your mind?
Thanks, Mitch, for letting me see the book.
Not a thing, Marshal. But I don't much like your attitude.
I can't see that worrying me too much, Cass. All right, Chester, let's go.
Yes, sir. Mr. Dillon, I was watching him from the back there. He's a sniveling sort, that Cass.
Mm-hmm.
Come to think of it, though, I don't know a single bad thing he's done.
Know any good he's done?
No, sir. Can't say that I do, Mr. Dillon.
How about you? Did you find out about your fancy underwear?
Yes, sir.
All right, now we can tend to business, huh? Come on.
Hello, Marshal. I was waiting for you.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Carnes.
Howdy, Chester.
Well, how do, Mr. Carnes?
You got the key, Chester?
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't see you in town much, Mr. Carnes.
Only when I got business, Marshal.
No. Well, come on in, won't you?
My, it's close in here. We've been away a day and a night, Mr. Carnes. Sure gets close that way. I'll just open up the back.
Won't you have a chair, Mr. Carnes?
I don't have a long piece to say, Marshal. It don't take long to say some of my cattle were stolen last night.
Yeah, I heard.
So soon?
Yeah, Cass Stetter told me about it a few minutes ago.
Well, I don't know how Cass come by the information, but it's true. This is the second time it's happened in the last few weeks.
You don't keep much cattle, do you?
Hardly any. I suppose 100 heads is the most I ever had at one time.
Mm-hmm.
But last night I lost 5 or 6, about the same time before.
Cass was of the mind that Luther Henry did it.
I don't know, Marshal. One of my hands said Luther was out at my place the other day just looking around. I got no real reason to suspect him. Only thing I know is that whoever it was rides a horse that's shot all the way around. You don't see a lot of that on the prairie.
No, you don't. You think there was just one rider, Mr. Carnes?
There was 2 from the tracks, but the boys and me lost them in the rain. I thought I'd tell you about it, Marshal. I can't afford to lose the little I got.
No, I'll do what I can, Mr. Carnes.
I kind of hope it isn't Luther. Not for him so much as Ellen. She's had enough trouble.
Yeah. Well, Chester and I'll ride out to the Henry place and look around, Mr. Carnes. If Luther's guilty, maybe some of Ellen's troubles will be over. Or maybe they'll just be beginning.
I swear, Mr. Dillon, I feel like I was riding right into the camp of the enemy, coming back to Ellen this way.
You think we should be flying a white flag as we ride up, Chester?
You know, I'd feel a little safer to tell the honest truth.
She's got no reason to fire on us. But I'll agree, that's pretty small comfort.
Oh. Look yonder, Mr. Dillon. I think I saw her peering out.
It's all right, Chester. Come on.
I don't see Luther's horse around.
Maybe he isn't here.
Well?
Afternoon, Ellen. I want to talk a bit about Luther.
I got work to do in the shed. I'm going there. You want to talk? All right.
Let me help, Ellen.
I'll get it. He's got a loose shoe. I aim to fix it.
Well, we could be a hand, Ellen. If,
Yes, I'm proud to.
I aim to fix it myself.
All right.
He wouldn't have shoes if I waited for a man to shoe him. Easy. Easy now. Easy. Oh. You come to talk, Marshal.
Yeah, about Luther.
Come on. Open. Huh. 2 nails clean out. No wonder it's loose.
Carnes lost some cattle last night. 2 riders got off with 5 or 6 head. One of Carnes' hands thinks Luther was one of them. Is he around, Ellen?
I told you before. He comes and goes, Luther does.
Well, have you seen him since we were here this morning?
Don't recall that I have, Marshal. I got other things to occupy my thought, like trying to get together enough money to go back to my people. What to do with those nails?
Here they are, man.
Oh,
I'd admire to help you, Miss Henry.
I'll do it.
That's a fine horse, Ellen, a real fine horse. Shot all the way around.
Come on, boy. That was Ethan's way.
This your horse or Luther's?
Mine.
What? That was Luther, Mr. Dillon, and he took your horse.
Yeah.
Will I make a run after him, sir?
Not when he's wild, Chester. I don't want you shot or him either. I just want to talk to him. Well, he just comes and goes, huh, Ellen?
Believe what you want, Marshal. I didn't know he was around. Like I said, I never know. Quit caring. Don't worry, Marshal. Luther will get his. He's had it coming to him for a long time.
Well, I guess we ride back double, Chester.
Yes, sir, we sure do. Luther sure cut out quick, Mr. Dillon. Maybe he did run those cattle off Carnes' place last night.
Maybe. He's running away from something.
Wonder where he'll hide. Everybody around here knows your horse.
Oh, he's made a lot of mistakes. He'll make more. Nothing says he's going to turn bright all of a sudden.
You're not worried about your horse then, Mr. Dillon?
I don't think so, Chester.
What kind of a woman is that, Mr. Dillon?
Ellen?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I'm not much of a hand to understand women, Chester, any woman. I don't know.
You think she knew Luther was home all along?
Maybe.
I just don't understand it, Mr. Dillon. It's not right, somehow, a woman not caring about her own son. You hear her? She said right out, I quit caring. It just don't seem right. Still might close in here. I believe I'll leave them back windows up a spell, Mr. Dillon.
I think I'll go up to Emil's blacksmith shop, Chester, and see if he has a horse to spare.
All right, sir.
There's some paperwork to catch up on if you get the time.
Yes, sir.
Of course, you'll want to write that place in Chicago about your underwear, the first thing.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon.
I'll be back, Chester. Well, I may not need that horse after all.
How's that, Mr. Dillon?
Ellen Henry's riding up the street, leading my horse.
Well, bless my soul, it sure is.
There's something thrown across her saddle.
Mr. Dillon, it looks like...
Wait here, Chester. Hello, Ellen.
I brought your horse back, Marshal. He's been run hard.
He looks all right. You found Luther, did you?
He's dead.
You found him dead?
He had it coming a long time.
Here, I'll lift him down. Chester!
Easy. Easy, Darrell. Easy.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dillon?
Chester, take the body up to Doc's, will you?
Yes, sir. Miss Henry, I'm real sorry.
I'll be going now, Marshal.
Well, I'll take my horse then, Ellen. You got any plans for burying Luther?
Put him in any ground you like, only don't tell me where it is or when you do it.
You know how he died, Ellen?
He was shot.
Look, it's near dark, Ellen. You could put up in town for the night if you'd...
Don't put him near Ethan, Marshal. I wouldn't want that. Come on!
Doc's working on Luther now, Mr. Dillon. He's just plumb full of holes.
Yeah, I know.
Poor Miss Henry. Even though she don't act like it, I just know she feels terrible.
Yeah, she's grieving her heart out.
Where are you going, Mr. Dillon?
I don't think I expressed my sympathy to poor Miss Henry proper. I followed Ellen Henry west toward her homestead. The sun was down now, but I could see her ahead riding hard. There were clouds to the south and the smell of rain on the easy wind that blew in little circles around me. Ellen bore west, and I lost her past a clump of cottonwoods near Carnes' place, so I rode harder. When I came even with the trees, there was just enough sun ray left to see her head south toward the dark clouds. She wasn't going home. It was dark now. I couldn't see anything. The storm clouds stretched black from the south and fastened over half the sky. And I rode hard against them till I saw the flicker of lantern shine ahead. It was Cass Stetter's place. I left my horse out away from the house and walked in as softly as I could. Cass and Ellen were having their talk in a cattle shed near the house.
You've trusted me before about the money, Ellen. What's the rush this time?
My work's done, Cass. It was done last night when Luther and me drove them last few from Carnes' place over here. I want my share and Luther's.
Him not cold dead yet, and you want a share.
Ain't a mother entitled to whatever her son leaves?
Mother? You never had no mother feel for him, and him no love for you either.
Huh. Ain't you the one to talk about love, though? It takes courage to love with all of you. When the love goes, they take it and bury it in the ground. There's nothing left but hate.
I wouldn't kill my own kin.
You wouldn't be that honest. You won't even steal cattle yourself. Buy it off of them as has the courage to ride in and rustle.
Yeah, well, how'd it feel, killing your own Ellen?
Like it'll feel killing you, Cass. If you don't give me the money here and now, like nothing at all. Luther's dead and gone because he tipped his hand, showed his face around Carnes' place, talked big in the saloons. He was no use. No use at all.
There's no woman in you at all.
I've been dead 5 years. And your time's running short, too, Cass. I'm in a hurry.
Too late to hurry, Ellen.
What's he...
Too late to move for guns, Sue.
Well, I'm sure glad to see you, Marshal.
How are you, Cass?
Oh, I sure am. I guess I called a trick on Luther all right, didn't I?
Yeah, you were a big help. You and Luther stole the cattle, Ellen, and brought them to Cass for pay. Is that it?
Only sometimes, like now, we didn't get paid.
Don't believe her, Marshal. You wouldn't take the word of one as murders her own son, would you?
I don't have to, Cass. Carnes brand won't be hard to find on any cattle you got here.
Cass was just slow to move 'em on, Marshal. If he'd have gone on toward Abilene with him last night like we planned...
You're lying, Helen Henry. You're lying.
Now get your horses. Both of you.
Why are you taking me, Marshal?
Well, there's some kind of a law, Cass, about buying and transporting stolen cattle.
Yeah, Marshal knows his law, Cass.
You You know what she did to Luther, don't you, Marshal?
Yeah, I know. Now, come on.
You'd like it better, wouldn't you, Marshal? If one of us made a move, so you could use your gun.
I said come on, Ellen.
I think I'd like it better if you used your gun, Marshal. I ain't going to get back east now anyway.
You'd be taking a coward's way out, Ellen, if you made me kill you.
Ah.
I said get your horse, Cass. Now make your choice, Ellen. But I don't think Ethan would think much of you.
All right, Marshal. I'll go. But mind what I said. Don't put Luther near Ethan. They wasn't the same kind.
Gunsmoke, transcribed under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by Kathleen Height, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Jeanette Nolan, Sam Edwards, John Daner, Harry Bartell, and Herb Vigran. Parley Bear is Chester. Gunsmoke is heard by our troops overseas through the facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke. Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of gun smoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The story of the violence that moved west with young America. The story of a man who moved with it. Matt Dillon, United States Marshal.
Mr. Dillon, could I give you some more coffee?
Yeah, I guess so. How about you, Chester?
Yes, sir, I believe it will.
Why don't you just leave the coffee pot here on the table, Miss Kelly?
Why, sure thing, Marshal. Oh, I got some fresh eggs this morning, if you're interested. They were just brought in.
Well, good. Cook us up about a half a dozen of them, huh?
Have them for you right away, Mr. Dillon.
All right.
Fresh eggs. My, I'll swear if Delmonico's ain't getting to be about as fancy as some of them Kansas City restaurants.
Well, that's civilization, Chester. Progress. Another 5 years and Dodge City will be tamed, curried, and bridled.
Seeing's believing, Mr. Dillon.
No, you'll see it. Both of us will see it. That is, if we live that long.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon, gentlemen. You Mr. Dillon, the marshal here?
Yes, that's right.
Well, I'm sorry to bother you at breakfast, Marshal. My name is Hunter. Ed Hunter.
Mr. Hunter?
I'm a deputy sheriff from Richmond, Virginia. Come in the Santa Fe this morning.
I say. Well, why don't you pull up a chair, Mr. Hunter?
Thank you, sir.
Chester Proudfoot, Mr. Hunter.
Howdy do.
Howdy do.
Here's my first trip to the frontier. I find it a rather remarkable experience.
I can imagine. Won't you have some coffee?
No, thank you. Marshal, I'm here to arrest 2 men who are wanted in Virginia.
No?
Here are the warrants and the orders of extradition. I stopped off for them in Topeka.
Uh-huh. John Allison, Calvin Moore. Both wanted for murder, huh? Do you know these men, Mr. Hunter?
No, sir, I don't.
Well, the names aren't familiar to me. I never heard of them. Have you, Chester?
No, sir, Mr. Dillon.
Well, I have some information that may help. Not much on Allison, I'm afraid. He shot and killed a bank teller at Greenbrier last spring.
Oh?
He's about 30 years old, dark hair and mustache, medium build, an excellent horseman and a confirmed gambler.
Well, that's fine. That narrows it down to about 2/3 of the men in Dodge City.
Well, possibly I can do a bit better in regard to Calvin Moore, Mr. Dillon. Now, he came down to Richmond from the north and set up practice as a medical doctor. He was about 29 at the time. And he ambushed and shot young Roger Beauregard and then left town. That was 17 years ago. Beauregard's been trying to trace him ever since.
Well, I'm afraid that's a pretty long
I have a
time.
picture of Moore, photograph.
Oh?
Of course, he was much younger than this.
Well, sometimes there's still quite a resemblance, even after 17.
Something familiar about that picture, Mr. Dillon?
17 years. He must be somewhere past 45 now, huh? Are you sure that these men are here in Dodge, Mr. Hunter?
Reasonably so. Is there something about that photograph that makes you...
Well, it's too blurred to tell much about it. Besides, he'd be 17 years older.
Yeah, that's true.
I tell you what, Mr. Hunter, suppose you leave the picture and the descriptions with me, and I'll check around town, and I'll keep in touch with you.
Thank you, sir. Oh, I wonder if you might suggest a good hotel.
Certainly. Why don't you try the Dodge House? It's the corner of Railroad Avenue at the end of the plaza, the East End. Tell the deacon I sent you.
I thank you again, Mr. Dillon, and I'll be grateful for any help you can give me in this matter.
Yeah, sure. So long. You want to see the photograph, Chester?
Yes, sir, I do. Well, Mr. Dillon, that is...
Yeah.
What are you going to do, Mr. Dillon?
I don't know, Chester. He's my friend. I never asked him anything about his life before he came here. Didn't seem to matter. But now the law says he's a murderer. I'm part of the law. So now it does matter.
Maybe it's not him.
No, it's him, all right, Chester. You saw it same as I did. It's Doc.
Work. This is the first chance I've had this week to clean a few instruments properly. Gunshot wounds. Oh, Matt. I'll lay odds I'm the only doctor in the United States who makes 3/4 of his living off of gunshot wounds.
That's a rough country, Doc.
Yes, indeed, it's a rough country.
Maybe you ought to have stayed back east.
Yes, see, broken bones, babies, and gunshot wounds. Well, I wouldn't know the first thing about a good civilized case of gout anymore.
What part of the east did you come from, Doc?
See, I went to medical school in Boston. I studied consumption, colic, liver complaints. Never had a case of liver complaint in all the time I've been here, though.
No, I guess that kind of thing is more common down south, around Richmond, Virginia, for instance, huh?
Matt, stop beating around the bush. You've got something on your mind, and it's bothering you.
Look, Doc, a deputy sheriff from Virginia came in on the morning train. He's got a warrant for murder against a man named Calvin Moore. He's got a photograph of Moore taken 17 years ago. Would you like to look at it?
All things are taken from us and become portions and parcels of the dreadful past.
Are you Calvin Moore?
It wasn't murder, Matt. They said it was murder, of course. The Beauregards were an important family.
Would you like to tell me about it?
Oh, not much to tell, Matt. I'd been in practice in Richmond about a year. And there was a girl, beautiful girl, with spirit and fire and that soft radiance that only Southern girls seem to have. And, me, that was so long ago.
I've been in the South myself now.
Roger Beauregard and I were both courting this girl. He was a typical Virginia gentleman, hot-headed, used to having his own way. He started threatening me, warning me. And I laughed it off. Then one day I was coming back from a case, and I ran into Roger on a country road. He had a pair of dueling pistols, and he challenged me.
What? Well, that's not a crime, Doc. That's self-defense. It's not a crime here anyway.
Well, I tried to talk him out of it, but he was crazy mad. He shoved one of the pistols in my hand, and he pulled back on his horse, and he leveled his gun. I had no choice. We both fired. He missed. I didn't. Self-defense, yes, but there were no witnesses, and I was an outsider, a Yankee.
So you ran for it, is that it?
I ran for it. St. Louis, Virginia City, Montana Territory, the Panhandle, Wichita, Abilene, and Dodge. I changed my name to Charles Adams.
And the girl, Doc. What happened to her?
I waited for her in St. Louis. We were married there. 2 months later, she died of typhoid fever.
Well, you never know. No matter how much you figure you understand somebody, you just quite never know.
I can't go back there, Matt. I've got no defense. I'd mean prison. I'd rot in prison. I won't go back, Matt.
Now, Doc, look, Hunter is here after 2 prisoners. I got no right to my own rules, to go after one man and keep the other one covered. I always figured that the only kind of law that would work out here is an honest law.
What are you going to do?
Doc, I don't know.
You're late, Matt. I decided you weren't going to stop in tonight.
Is Chester around, Kid?
Yeah, over there by the faro table.
No.
Matt, what about this Virginian who's been hanging around for the last 2 days?
Oh, Hunter?
Yeah.
He's a deputy sheriff, got a couple of warrants to serve. Why?
Well, he's been asking questions. Some of the boys are getting a little skittish.
Now, there's no call for it as long as they're not named Allison or Moore.
Are you free now, Miss Kitty, or are you busy?
What's it look like?
Well, I figured maybe he was just killing time. Hiya, Marshal.
Bunko?
Bought you a drink, Kitty. It's over on the bar.
All right. Thanks. Matt, I'll be off in a couple of hours. Drop around.
Yeah, maybe.
I understand you've got a rival lawman in town, Marshal.
Well, there's a deputy here from Virginia, if that's what you mean.
I always figured you were the law here. Is he short in this town, Marshal? Say the word, we'll run him out.
I ever ask you for help, Bunko?
Well, no.
When a man's short in Dodge, I'll run him out.
No offense,
You
Marshal.
keep your own cinch tight. Don't worry about anybody else, huh? I'll see you, Bunko.
I swear I never saw anybody with such bad luck in all my life. My gracious, he ought to swear off Pharaoh and stick the stud.
Oh, Chester.
The old Jethro Keener. He just lost 3 weeks' pay. And Bunko Benson, sitting right there beside him, mind you, picked up $230.
So that's why he's feeling big. Come on, Chester, let's take a walk. Huh?
Yes, sir. 3 weeks' pay. Mercy, I never saw such luck.
What about Doc, Chester?
He turned in a couple hours ago. That's when I came on over here.
How's he acting?
About as usual. No signs of planning to run out, if that's what you mean, Mr. Dillon. One thing he's doing, though, that he's never done before. He's toting a gun.
Good evening, Marshal.
Oh, hello, Mr. Hunter.
Since you didn't come to me, Mr. Dillon, I've come to you. I'm wondering what progress you've made.
Well, I'm still checking.
Any results at all, Marshal?
Well, I don't have much to go on, you know.
Now, Calvin Moore was a doctor by profession. He might still be practicing. I suggest we investigate the local doctors.
Well, that wouldn't take long. We've only got one, Doc Adams.
How long has he been here?
Oh, about 4 years.
How old a man is he?
Late 40s, I imagine. But he doesn't show much resemblance to that photograph you gave me.
Well, maybe you're too used to him to notice the resemblance.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd like to look him over myself, Marco.
Well, he's pretty busy out on calls most of the time, and...
Not all the time.
No, not all the time. All right, Mr. Hunter, I'll bring him around.
That's funny, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, he should have answered by now. Well, we're wasting our time, Chester. He's gone.
Well, now, he might have got called out on a case.
Yeah, I know, but I don't...
Hey, what?
That was across the plaza, down toward the Dodge House. Come on, Chester.
Somebody sure is stirring up the smoke.
Yeah, it's across the street. Edge of the railroad yards, I think.
That you, Marshal?
Yeah. What happened, Mr. Hunter?
Somebody tried to kill me. I started into the hotel and they fired from the dock here. I fired back, but he got away.
You, get a good look at him?
Oh, no, I just saw the flashes.
Well, this is an easy town to get killed in, Mr. Hunter.
So it seems. About that doctor, Marshal. You didn't bring him around.
Well, he's out on call.
Think I want to meet him more than ever now.
What time is it, Chester?
2:15 a.m., Mr. Dillon.
Yeah.
I sure hope we don't have to spend the whole night waiting here. I don't see how Doc puts up with the smell of all this medicine.
He's used to it, I guess.
Yeah. I suppose a man can get used to anything except dying. You think it could have been him that fired those shots, Mr. Dillon?
Chester?
Hmm?
There's somebody coming. I'll get it.
Doc, Marshal.
Come on in, Bunko. Doc's not here, but he'll probably be... Oh, what happened to your arm?
I got thrown into a barbed wire fence.
Here, let's have a look at it, huh?
No. It's all right.
It's a gunshot wound.
All right, hold it, both of you.
Well, is that the same gun you tried to kill Hunter with, Bunko?
Stay where you are, Marshal.
Yeah. Around 30 years old, dark hair, mustache, medium build, excellent horseman, confirmed gambler. Wanted for murder. John Allison. Alias Bunko Benson. Am I right, Bunko?
He's not taking me back there. You stay where you are, Dillon.
Now, don't be a fool, Bunko. Put away the gun.
Stay back. I'm warning you. Bunko, look!
All right, Chester, let's get him over to the jail.
Just hold still now, Bunko. Just one more second. I'll have hold that bullet now, and then we'll just... Now, add that one to your collection, Matt.
Well, I'll make Hunter a present of it. It wasn't bad shooting to be firing in the dark at a gun flash.
He'll never get me back to Virginia.
Now, hold still, Bunko. Don't expect a man to tie a bandage with your arm waving around like a mare's tail in fly time. Say, how'd you know he'd come to my office, Matt?
I didn't, Doc. We were waiting for you.
Oh, I see. There we are. No. That ought to stop the bleeding. And don't loosen it up any. And you'll live to hang yet.
Don't worry about my hanging, Doc. I'll outlive you.
Well, in view of the circumstances, I'd say the odds are about even. Well, Matt, shall we adjourn to the front office?
Yeah, come on, Doc. Lock the cell, will you, Chester?
Yes, sir.
Well, I turned in at 10 o'clock tonight. Got 1 hour's sleep. They called me over to Mrs. Behan's. She thought her baby was on the way. False alarm, of course. Usually is the first time. And I got back and I came straight over here.
Doc, you were wearing a gun earlier today. What'd you do with it?
Oh, I put it back in the drawer where it belonged. I realized I was acting like a fool. Was that where you were waiting in my office? Somebody had tried to kill Hunter, and you thought...
Look, Doc, I've tried to think of some way out of this. A way out for both of us. I got one man under arrest back there now, and I can't rightly set myself up as a judge and free the other man. I'd even hoped you'd cut and run for it. You'd get away if you did, you know. Hunter doesn't know the country.
I've been running for 17 years, Matt, and it's still caught up with me. I'm too old to run any farther. What are you going to do?
I'm a lawman, Doc, right or wrong.
Well, then I guess I'm under arrest. Huh?
No, I didn't say that. I just said that...
Is Doc Adams here? Oh, there you are, Doc.
Yes, what's the trouble?
That fellow over in the railroad yard's asleep on the track. He was drunk, I guess. They were switching cars. You better come, Doc. He's awful bad.
I got 2 lanterns, Mr. Dillon. That ought to be enough.
Good, Chester. You ready, Doc?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right, let's go, then. He said near the loading pens. Down this way, I guess.
Yes, sir. It looks like some lights over there. People around.
Marshal, is that you?
Yeah. Oh, Hunter. I thought you went to bed hours ago.
I'm a light sleeper, Mr. Dillon. I heard there's an accident over in the yards. Thought it might give me a chance to meet your local doctor.
Well, I guess you can meet him right now if you want to. Doc, this is Ed Hunter. Doc Adams.
How do you do, sir?
Mr. Hunter?
I got one of your prisoners locked up, Mr. Hunter, John Allison. Known here as Bunko Benson.
Good.
I just found out he's the man who tried to kill you tonight. He caught one of your bullets in his arm.
Well, I see. Why, then it's 1 down and 1 to go. Just Calvin Moore. Dr. Calvin Moore.
This is no time to stand around making chin music. I'm sorry,
Well, that's
Hunter.
quite all right, Marshal. I'll go with you.
Will you pardon us, please? All right, will you move back and let us through here, please? Here, Doc, this way.
Yeah, I'm right with you, Matt.
Please stand back now, will you? Give Doc a chance to work.
Yes, please, if you please, just stand back. Bad is right. Well, we'll do what we can. Come on.
That man who's hurt, Marshal, who is he?
Oh, just a drifter. Been around Dodge a couple of years. Calls himself Texas Joe. No friends or family. Nobody knows where he came from. It's the usual story.
Easy now, Tex. We'll have you fixed up here in just a couple of shakes.
Is that you, Doc?
That's right.
I told him, get you. Be all right if you got here.
Why, sure, it'll be all right. You just lie still now.
Yeah.
Certainly has to work under primitive conditions.
Doc? Yeah. Chester, will you get those lanterns going and give Doc some more light?
Yes, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, he's the only real doctor this side of Abilene.
Mr. Dillon, is there anything I can do to help?
I guess not, Miss Kelly. Thanks anyway.
Poor old Tex. Why, he stopped in the restaurant not more than 4 hours ago. I fixed him a meal.
You never know.
Well, Doc can pull him through if anybody can.
Sure he can.
Put one of those lanterns on the other side there, Chester. Yes, you
You
Doc.
seem to have a lot of faith in this Dr. Adams.
They've got reason to, Mr. Hunter.
Matt, could you give me a hand here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure, Doc.
Lift his head up just a little bit there, Matt.
Yeah, all right.
Not much of a chance. All I can do is make him comfortable.
Marshal Dillon.
Now, don't try to talk, Texie. You're going to be all right.
You've been decent to me, Marshal. Just a bum, but you treated me square. You and Doc, only friends I got.
Sure, Tex.
I got one more favor to ask. Could someone read me some scripture?
Well, Tex, I just don't recall any.
Marshal, I know some.
Mrs. Kelly, I doubt if he can hear.
I can hear. Please.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters.
Mrs. Kelly.
He restoreth my soul.
Mrs. Kelly. I think that's enough.
Poor soul.
Well, you can't win them all, I guess.
No, you can't win them all, Doctor.
Well, Doctor, as the only physician here, I suppose you also function as coroner.
That's right, yes.
This man will be buried in the name of Texas Joe.
Don't you worry about that. Boot Hill is full of men buried under nicknames. In this country, we...
Doc! Doc, I just came from... Oh.
What, Kitty?
Oh, Doc, I've been sitting up with Mrs. B, and you left too soon. She needs you over there right away.
Well, then it wasn't a false alarm.
No.
All right, Kitty, I'll be there just as quick as I can, but... Well, as soon as I...
Kitty, you go on back over and do what you can for her, huh? Doc will be along.
All right, Matt, but you better hurry.
Well, Mr. Hunter,
Gentlemen, this seems to have been my lucky night. Both my fugitives located within an hour of each other.
I guess there's nothing I
one
can
of
do.
them safely in jail and one of them dead.
What?
Didn't you notice the resemblance, Marshal? That Texas Joe there, he's obviously the man in the photograph. I saw it immediately.
Well, Mr.
I hope
Hunter,
you'll take all the necessary steps to see that he's buried under his real name, Calvin Moore. His death, of course, closes the case, and I'll be leaving for Virginia with my other prisoner tomorrow.
Well, Mr. Hunter, I just don't know what to say.
Now, I'd say it's no time to stand around making chin music, Dr. Adams. You have a patient waiting, and this town seems to depend on you.
Well, of course, but...
Hey, you got work to do, Doc. And, Doc, make sure it's a boy, huh?
Well, I'll do my darndest, Matt. Yeah. Well, good night, gentlemen.
Good night, Doc.
Good night, Doc.
Gunsmoke, under the direction of Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Tonight's story was specially written for Gunsmoke by Les Crutchfield, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Featured in the cast were Lawrence Dobkin, Lou Krugman, Paul Dubov, and Vivi Janis. Parley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Gunsmoke is heard by our troops overseas through the facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service. Join us again next week as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal, fights to bring law and order out of the wild violence of the West in Gunsmoke.